drama.
Good goalkeeping. Such a young goalkeeper. He's brought a calmness to United and ensured time at the club. I think he's been excellent since he's arrived.
Mateus Cunha. Umbermo. Gallo. Kevin leaves it for Mainu.
Sabe o cheiro.
Cunha. Bruno Fernandes. Diogo Dallo. Mainu. Casemiro. Masraoui to Umbermo. And back again. Kobe Mainu. Dallo. Bruno Fernandes. Gusto. Neto. Able to shoot. Enzo Fernandez, one.
Well, VAR will check it when the shot comes in. And it does look as though he's a fraction off. So it's absolutely the right call. They've been the better team, Chelsea.
Neto, Delap. Behind him was Enzo Fernandez.
Well, it hit him, I think. Knew nothing about it.
Umbermo is tripped. And Chorel Hato has his name taken.
And it's unfortunate. Nothing deliberate about it, but he did catch.
What about the chance, Matt?
Yeah, it was a good chance. And Delap came close to getting on the end of it. And then it just hits Enzo. Was expecting Delap to head it.
Bruno Fernandes. Well, it was solid goalkeeping by Sanchez. It's come at a cost to a couple of others.
Casemiro attacking it. That combination's been prolific this season. Bruno Fernandes to Casemiro.
No lasting harm done, unfortunately. So will Manchester United be the more eager for half-time, Matt?
Yeah, I think they've lacked a bit of cohesion, haven't they? Struggling to get up to speed, as they did against Leeds on Monday night. And when they've got into the forward positions, they've got into some good areas, but just struggled to find the final pass. And I've seen Michael Carrigan watching him on the touchline. He's cut a frustrated figure out. Been a bit disappointed with their forward play.
Umbermo. He said there was no lasting harm done. Maybe there might have been. This Fofana is still feeling his ribs by the looks of it. Maybe winded.
Like he's had a tough time with injuries over the years, hasn't he? Honestly, Fofana. It must have been that collision with Robert Sanchez. To get another look. And that was the heavier clash, wasn't it? The defender and the goalkeeper.
It's a series of really serious knee injuries that have hampered Fofana's career. It's very different in nature. They do have Trevor Chalobah available again in reserve, and also Tosin Adebayo. Has missed the last couple of games through injury. He will restart with a drop ball.
Akana disappearing kufuna concept akabanza yasapurayinga ukachonga kuyamazira watu bamunyiriza
Bruno Fernandes. And the first time finish is clean as you like from Matheus Cunha. And well might they celebrate, because they've been up against it in this game. Chelsea the better of it. But when it comes to clarity of thought and deed, Bruno Fernandes and Matheus Cunha top the bill.
Yeah, it's been a disappointing first half, by and large, from Manchester United. You felt as though they needed to step it up. And guess who? That man, Bruno Fernandes, once again is the architect. Brilliant to skip clear and pick out the pass to Matheus Cunha, who arrives brilliantly. He had an opportunity similar to this in the first half earlier. Decided to have a touch. This time, he takes it on first time. And doesn't he execute it brilliantly? It's past Sanchez in a flash. And from nowhere, Man United lead.
They score with their first effort on target. And thanks to Bruno Fernandes, 18th Premier League assist of the season. He's within just two now of the all-time Premier League record, held jointly by Messrs. Henry and De Bruyne. And we are being told to expect 5 additional minutes. Where would they be without him?
Smith, how are you? Which team are you supporting?
And as a holding midfield player, they're the sort of positions that you want Bruno Fernandes. When he works his magic to get half a yard, But what a pass to pick out Cunha.
Atanturayo nargayo naza. Owa na nkogo. Bamutori msija.
Kwa matati wa
Tammy Smith, you are asking what is your favorite soccer team? Arsenal.
This coverage of the EPL is brought to you by Betcha, the #1 app for betting on football in New Zealand.
Tama machati.
Moses Saver. Nena ya bazbat. Kuya nangogwa hagorere hakubika ibintu bye. Opo. Burumute yuziyo. Karo. Ungani tuchi.
Naho para tu.
Ngani twaje tukuza kuri.
No na nka kana nyatambwire.
Itu. Natukuni no goya. Hata nachukua mtoka Evara hiyo. Mchana leo wewe toka tumtau. Ngato mtau nakashusha mwene leo kwa sababu.
Chelsea find themselves trailing at home again.
Another Premier League game without a clean sheet for them.
Takes it to 11, I think, Matt, in the current sequence.
Bueno, uzana makapira.
Gusto, Palmer. Again, Gusto. Dallo. Careful to keep his arm out of the way. It's a corner.
Totally unaware of what was around him. It's a difficult one to defend. You're so nervous if someone's lurking behind you not to touch it.
Enzo Fernandez finding Cole Palmer. Malo Gusto. On points with Aston Villa. Yet to pay this weekend. Anywhere in the top 5 will do for them. That will bring with it Champions League football next season. Maybe a job offer for that man.
I win.
He's been physical, Liam Delap, in this game, and I think he's done a decent job up there, actually.
Chelsea need goals, and he's only got one of those in his last 30 Premier League appearances.
Na izaru akan, umkashish.
Neto, but there's something going on the edge of the box, so the referee is blown.
Yeah, quite a bit. Some servants. In manya, come can you number on the Yonok?
Neto. Minute to play in the first half. At no stage this season have Manchester United lost consecutive games in the Premier League, having been defeated against Leeds on Monday. They are at risk of that today. Shaw, upended. previously met as managers in the Championship in games between Hull and Middlesbrough. No time for the free kick. Half-time arrives at Stamford Bridge with Manchester United enjoying a precious lead afforded them by Matheus Cunha. 2 minutes shy of the 40, set up very cleverly and smoothly by Bruno Fernandes. Chelsea struggling at home again. Theirs is the greater need for points in the top four chase, but at half-time at the Bridge, it is Chelsea 0, Manchester United 1.
First half United kanaweza kusinga kandi nika kufinda ni.
Manchester United have the goal that counts. Matheus Cunha giving them the lead going into half-time. This is the goal that separates the two sides. Brilliant from Bruno. What a finish from Cunha. We've got half-time analysis when we return.
Tamareba rangu ni tough. Akuzere. Yani kwa tanche kusema sababu wanjizenga 2014 13. Ukusanga umuntu ayina makadomaro.
Arona buzaka tunkonka tiyo nona banga. Tinka kureba ganona ba. Ganona bala. Akajani naba. Atukani naba mucho wanyemere.
Kambuzo tuna variari.
Ngaja kumweka tono na variari. Ana mtutu ni kama mbozi hata nshirikiza. Nkonka tono na bankariari. Ntinyo andaka kureba ganona. Atkonka adera. Atkani naba jani. Leo ndicho mtona renta kare agar kuna nadani. Kana kata kuna na udama kana wajaribu bwana. Ukuba akaye keke mwana mwaye kuba kata kuna wakomeri wangu na kata kuna dero ngumukazu nyonga nyuza kare kazu makaba karamba ayino mwana masiba gishimye kubike myenda ebyeka mpaka ukizoka jozi ya weekend namandizo muntu takunaba na Isaac takunaba
Isaac no
oriyo umusheto kumama takunaba nawe ino abantu banabera hi Alishka nguko kosi zarachipiti uyi nkadani dano mukore normal tana
usanga na bichiro mwari hano
nga kano mwaka iza size wakana barjani
takunda
abashisha tebakunaba
Dera nabo kusanga mbabe bari mu 4 na yakora naguma
naguma takunda
kandi ahura arije achukura wowe ni kinungo yenda kufa kandi baro
binji nabo ntoma nabo almost chikali chona hata chiturujira mabashije bote bakona
kandi chinayo na baro
toka takuna
tamona na baro
sangana na baro wao
sono zana na rumcha
sokangara na baro mcharo ya tari dei sombiri remisa nanga zanje kuza Funa mchara indere
arakutamchireyo
nepa ngende revenue nchakari wantu funa madara shi
njana socks zakula
socks tuzamukana
abantu bamuparbule
kongeje najeji niwe yirakwego
brand neje brand chejo
start time
Very
abarayi batakabana
karashanga waje hanze
nanye niko mshiteka ni msangu teno ngicho gukora hari wana ngubu bisyamishaga ashaka
oha
ari kwa Aroni bagurira sita times je tubajugusere bwato tubaraje tukubarira bisyamisha ashatu mbata muno kandi tukahindura atunyoni nyebuza akana kuchimera baba tarampindurire nishori baba tarari mundu kutanga katagwire bya azanga nange tura higu mushinga ngaka ryobo rya ruweza
kakari kawa ko kunanga abo
oba
kutangiza
kuba byino munangeje on the bag kano kumeta ngwaizara hanike cyo tinkwamya ngo nurukora katuye torere tubaya nyantu kumanga bakatwamisaraza
sound ejene kutauma nanga stream man drive aswaye mbo ne byabo yewe ne byabo aitu akero
ukabana bavanze bona tubine kanyora
awenje
niyo mwana wona ukure mutamu cyane kanyora wavanze ubanze na gari zabana mu barara kashitoje ntabwo arankomwe babiri
hamwe n'abana bake mwe n'abana bange
nanagambira nubasa kuhatana
mwe n'abana bange
bina
abana bina
Johnny Krasen even Krasen ina bana ana mine Krasen una kurenga mumu
ate bina
na binji
ate bina sinawana tina abana chanana sinawana biti na abana chanana na batano sinawana tina abana chenda hata ubonka wabanza kubagita
mai gitu nubgatandis
macho tirani ngambra hati uwanyu na yarwara mbana bina ndakaramba birati tina abana 15
Murumbaga mukya
no mate kumana abo tino mukadasi
kunga mine Krasen
kitabasese
iwe hati tina abana boko mu 16
umzina fazi tuna abana 20
yaba atano bange byose atano bange
hata mune bana bange at senior 5
abadi science
senior 5 abitu at science tina science wana science tukujangana wakawa bingi hati mathematics ina bani gana science senior 5 wonka hazo acheleva at kujangana science na arts science bakachikora mu classes semester byakshomesa kunaja nashomesa nakuri
ngamana unit
so hata kurwara hatito no abana ari 16 buri class no mpa kurwara mbada ninga batanu bavuga no mtano je turi hosomo ryabo ukaba batari bingi
Kutaria porque no caminho.
Ni kari kano nube natandika. Ndio ni nakani ndozo munyu.
Bana mamle vile wako na tegesa. Mara na wiki.
Hatu namsizo witu. Ka teke bihimbo murundo. Umurundo gumwe. Umusandiki. Akateke sefurije mpango. Kyaba biteka. Abyomesa abaza hebya mutuje na kapa byomere. Kaputeka byonko sefuriya bitera taronka chizo nakashi. Hata sigara mu bindi ebintu mutuze na nebya hanze ibintu mutuze nyine. Satantira bya hanze. Biri abanza bikanga kuri.
Akana tura wenga. Nda kai ne family.
Ha akaruwenga. Kugarwa mu umsowe abembada yangu akana ria kiri biruzo bunga.
Acho.
Arho ngatombe ninze nkamureba.
Oyo una utwaye.
Ha toramurebere just with kata kichiremuka.
Kata kichiremuka.
2 kilograms of posho. Aziteka gasheshi azitera agihora hanti yari sap kwa ushanga te agoira karo.
Nanaja ndakaibura kasana.
Taine bana.
Taine bana taine mukasi. Numusha mukuru.
Hapo gumirie ni nisa kutura na bana. Ulikolea ya gloria we ogenda jangu. Kuna kulia mukuru.
Oguga na garufu. Omweza franka.
Karabawa ja.
Just. Wechi ne mubure maremo.
Ato kuyo mbargan na ngeji.
Nkanyagenyeji. You comment down where you watching from. Iwe kanyagenyeji. Chirisha chuchikasta hafu muntu chichachu manezi. Chachi tuwaronjiri.
Mano ni ngabu. Gumi za wegi ne yana guma haja uweka kurga. Yana chirum chiyungu ali agar. Na hati ne yana. Tena wajanga hariye ne.
Lero hari ya naoni njira kabari.
Akazai.
Akawa lero hari hii.
Akazayo. Ai skita kibembera muzi za hundi.
Zurmusi.
Kusanga babandi. Ndena bono banjera kunga.
That suits your vacation and surf safer with Sailey's security features.
Elizoba. Nchakale akatina nizo.
Bwana na haraka dia.
Nchakale na maji. Ina brasha takubrasha. Elizoba. Nchakale akatina nizo.
Bwana na haraka dia. Ati ichirinja kundi bata mana nyanko. N'abazungu. Kari wa story. Ati waza kukora. Ati abantu nje nchenda mu wako myaka yo gukora na ngureka parasaka gace ubuki nako wajangu wazo kubakakanumu ukasiturika kataka nyango mushaka nankongona akakongona akuza kuja maeza kora atoine nkaka yatapana kasaka de ngoka de yankina kukampeleze
Akabyama barishweta egubere ayara muri kucyengo kayitubire
Ni ya
Off, Garnacho replacing the injured Stavao now.
Well, his quality is the difference between the two teams. His persistence initially, and then his quality delivery to Mateus Cunha to put United ahead.
Throw finds Bruno Fernandes. He was looking again for Cunha. Dallo. A little short that time, Bruno Fernandes by the pass. Which there is an acknowledgement. And Rosinha, who took over at Chelsea 5 days before Michael Carrick took the reins at Old Trafford. Back in the second week of January. Pursuit. Anto with a bit of a head start, and a goal kick is the outcome. Cucurella's made the run. Roman's alert to it.
I do like to get at least one of their fullbacks into that number 10 position. We saw Gusto just do it moments ago, and then Cucurella making that run into that position.
And Burmo swept on looking for Cunha. See coming together.
Rosinha would like his team to play with a bit more intensity. And goal behind. Desperately trying to qualify for the Champions League spots that seems to be slipping away, and they need to do something to get back into the game.
Caicedo. Cucurella. Fernandez. Neto. Palmer. Fernandez. Caicedo. Out of their corner.
He's capable from distance, probably a bit fortunate to get a corner. It didn't seem as though he got the connection he would have wanted.
Dealt with very easily by Bruno Fernandes. Here's Mbeumo. Gallo is the most advanced Manchester United player, with Šeško gaining ground centrally. Bruno Fernandes. Decided it was worth the try.
I think if it had been on his right foot, I'd have said 100% worth a try. But Luke Shaw made a terrific run down the left-hand side, and I think was probably a better option. Lovely touch from Matheus Cunha into Bruno Fernandes. Only had eyes for the effort on goal. United haven't been at their best, but there have been signs on the counter-attack that they can cause Chelsea plenty of problems.
Aiden Heaven. Dilap. Samiro back to help out. Cunha. Fofana was in the way. Follow-up foul by Cunha. Pedro Neto. Fernandes. Looking for Cucurella this time is Garnacho. Fernandes. Solidly cleared by Casemiro. Pursued by Mbeumo.
Bobby Mainoo's made a difference to Man United. He's always available, always wants to get on the ball. He's neat and tidy, and without anything massively eye-catching, he's just kept them ticking over at times.
Casemiro, Cucurella. Fernandes. Garnacho.
As well, they get themselves into a shape, United, to make it difficult for Chelsea.
Pedro Neto towards Delap. Dust themselves down and try to come again with Liam. It's a corner. It might well have been equaliser.
And how unlucky is he? Attacks it so well. Jumps highest above Mazraoui. Sees his effort crash off the cross. So unlucky.
Neto's corner. Casemiro's header out. Garnacho. Fernandes.
The evidence of what we've seen tonight, crosses into the box, are a good route to goal for Chelsea. Mazraoui not the most dominant.
Garnacho. Palmer. Pato. Neto. Gusto. Evan. Then Shaw. Garnacho for Fernandes. Beat the Argentine. And an appeal for handball. Turned down by Michael Oliver. And Burmo. VAR has taken a look. No further action.
There weren't too many appeals, were there, on the pitch? Just starting to build up ahead of steam, though, Chelsea.
Gallo. Holding over play by Malo Gusto.
This is what they were looking at. You see Mazraoui's bringing his arm into his body.
This is Bruno Fernandes. Menu. Bruno Fernandes. Cunha. Casemiro.
To get Cole Palmer on the ball as much as they would have liked to have done in the second period, Chelsea, despite having a lot more of it.
Looked it in forward of that. Garnacho. Fernandes. Palmer. Fofana. Neto. Gusto's delivery. Palmer.
Not exactly what Gusto was looking for, and it did fall to Cole Palmer. I'd like to see Chelsea put more crosses into the box. Liam Delap, in particular, looks a real threat every time the balls come into the area.
Cucurella. Neto. Chelsea, the team making the majority of the running at the moment. Garnacho. Casemiro and Berman.
It's a good spell for Chelsea.
Chelsea. Jorel Hatter. Gusto. Cole Palmer. Sheshko. Easily away from Caicedo. Bruno Fernandes. Oh! Very nearly squirmed in.
It's a giveaway that sets United away. Sesko does really well, and he goes past Caicedo really easily. Bruno Fernandes, I think he's going to go for goal. He tries to pick out Cunha to his left-hand side. And Casemiro's making the run as well. And the deflection almost finds its way into the corner. It's a brilliant save from Robert Sanchez. Going one way, has to readjust. Springs into action, just gets his hand to it.
Prevents what would have been a Fofana own goal. What to do about nothing in the 6-yard box? Brian Burma. To the byline. Cucurella on sentry duty. Fernandes. Neto. Garnacho. Neto. It's another Chelsea corner.
Well, they're pushing hard, Chelsea. They're committing bodies forward. Of course, it leaves you a little bit vulnerable defensively, as we've seen on a couple of occasions in this second half.
Cucurella. On-call corner. Palmer. Yes. Fofana vying for it. Cunha hooks it clear.
More claims for a handball.
Yeah, I'm taking a look. This is Neto. Nice shape on that. Oh, and again. Sure. Casemiro. Last touch was Mazraoui.
There was no surprises across into the box. It's caused United issues. No Harry Maguire. No dominant header of the ball at centre back from Man United.
Sheshko digs it out to Bruno Fernandes. Cucurella. Garnacho. Comfortably dispossessed by Casemiro. Umbermo.
Garnacho hasn't had much change out of Dalot. Down that side, Dallow's done a really good job every time the ball's gone to him. They've said United have tried to defend narrow, allowed the ball to go out wide. As soon as it has done, he's got really tight to him. This is that previous one. Fofana and Mazraoui. I think there was a potential handball from Fofana, actually.
So still, Cunha's goal the difference. Pato. Dalot. Garnacho. Shaw clears dismissively.
It's a poor pass from Casemiro.
Mazraoui.
That's another good position. He does catch him on it. He was adamant it wasn't. This is the other chance, and you see, I think it does come off Fofana's hand, so wouldn't have counted.
So just 2 or 3 yards further out than the one in the first half.
Yeah, they went for precision in the first half rather than power. This maybe you can try one over the top of the wall.
Stand end. Cole Palmer. 2 efforts blocked. Correa down on the floor in the D. Now, there is a VAR check underway. Neto. Pedro Neto. Deflected en route, it's a corner. And they're still checking for a possible penalty. That scrutiny results in no further intervention. Chelsea pressing strongly. Cucurella. Garnacho, repelled by Casemiro. Caicedo. Gusto. Fofana.
See, I think that can come in from Neto. First time on his left foot. He's got half a yard. Deliver it into the box.
Enjoyed victories in his first 4 Premier League matches in charge. There's been 1 win in the last 7. Fernandes, Garnacho. Šeško. Correa back to win it back.
Chelsea have been dominant in terms of the territory. Plenty more touches in the opposition box than Man United have. It's Man United that have been clear.
Just once. 2 minutes shy of half-time. Bruno Fernandes finding Mateus Cunha. That remains the tangible difference. Garnacho. Fofana. Gusto.
He's coming back. United struggling to get out.
Kicked off tonight 4 points adrift of Liverpool, who occupy the 5th Champions League place currently. Liverpool at Everton, their first ever visit to the Hill Dickinson Stadium tomorrow for the derby.
Need to move the ball with a bit more purpose. Chelsea, a little bit slow in possession at times.
Manchester United beat Chelsea 2-1 at Old Trafford in September. Both teams had a player sent off. Robert Sanchez very early for Chelsea. Here's Gusto. Cucurella. Garnacho. Cucurella again. Mazraoui came in to make the challenge. Cucurella, unsurprisingly, penalised.
He ducks into Mazraoui, but I suppose it's a high boot, isn't it, from Cucurella? Can't have too many complaints. Once again, the danger coming from across into the box. Gusto this time making the run down the right-hand side. This one's brave from Mazraoui. Doesn't actually get kicked in the head, I don't think. Protects himself with his arm. These are the areas where Chelsea have been dangerous. That's a decent ball in. There's plenty of blue shirts in the box as well. There's at times been a reluctance to put the ball into the area when actually it's where they've looked most likely to score.
Ahmad has been doing some warming up. He's just been called back. So maybe he's going to be introduced by Manchester United. He moves past it and held Casemiro. He knew it was a toe. Fernandes, Sheshko.
Agora, não costura baixo, nem não, nada. Larga
Showing good composure. Mainu again in midfield.
Bruno Fernandes, Brian Mbeumo, Chelsea at risk here. Mbeumo, Bruno Fernandes there to follow up. Hato with the challenge from which he limps away.
Well, they've had opportunities, Man United, on the counter and not taking enough care in the final third.
Double change on the way for the visitors. Neto. Gusto. Garnacho. By Dallo. Wesley Fofana. Gusto, Heaven. Here.
Heaven gets the cross. Headed away, and then Delap does catch him.
Manchester United also have Mateus Cunha down. He's actually one of the players that are going to be replaced.
This is the goal. Mateus Cunha is the difference so far. Wonderful finish. Brilliant from Bruno Fernandes.
So Cunha withdrawn and replaced by an old Chelsea favourite. And all that he did for them has rapidly been forgotten, judging by the reception.
Well, he got a good reception from the Chelsea staff when he arrived, anyway.
And Josh Achan is coming on. Gusto coming off. And Trevor Chalobah replacing Fofana for Chelsea. Casemiro.
Look like there's a lot left in Casemiro's tank.
Bruno Fernandes. Mount. Umbermo. Bruno Fernandes. Diogo Dalot. Chelsea can stretch Manchester United. Mazraoui, the defender. Garnacho met by Mazraoui. Fair and square.
That's why two Chelsea fans thought a penalty had been given. In actual fact, Mazraoui did superbly well. Kicked it against Garnacho, and it's a clear goal kick. And the 3v3 there, Chelsea. Mazraoui dragged out of the centre-back position, having to defend 1v1 against Garnacho, but natural fullback, so quite happy in those wide positions.